are the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Spartans will kick it away to start. From inside the 15, here's the return. Discards it with the stiff arm. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
Always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of downs inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Big noise in the big house with his huge 3rd down play. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the gun, the ground game. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The Wolverines want to move quickly. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Got the quick pass. Turning it on! And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Spillman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Gives it on the option. Oh, they knock it free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Breaks into the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And they turn it into a defensive score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Fights off a defender. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down to the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. This is a designed run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback designed run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. From the gun, looking for a man. Big guy smells it. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They go to the ground. Got room to work. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The run to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? These corners going to give them some space. Throws to the wideout. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver to the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Off the RPO, complete.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Off play action. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. It's complete to the right. There he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sends it back in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Makes a man miss. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Caught over the middle. It's Pfeiffer. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
A little screen to the running back. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
If they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Gonna let it fly. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Tons of room in the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
Getting set for the point after. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 35 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. The quick out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
Wants to fire on second down. They'll run the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wants to throw it. Working that wide receiver screen. And he'll hone it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll send the back in motion. He might want another play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass break up, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the six. Get the pick six.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Sparty. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The Spartans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll give it to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
A strike downfield. He's running free down the middle. Past the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Building momentum. momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Wide receiver going in motion. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pfeiffer. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to...
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toe boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing.
They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Spins away from the defense. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Got the quick completion. At the 35, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Fires to the big fella.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Got it in the middle. It's Pfeiffer. Gashes the heart of the knee. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Looking for the score. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Underwood. Oh, he wants it all. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.